Great North Woods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Governor Janet Mills released a policy outline for her U.S. Senate campaign. We'll have the details ahead.
Plus, last night, the school board voted to close RSU 63, the Eddington Elementary School. We'll bring you the story of that coming up as well.
And the Greater Bangor 4th of July Committee is looking for more veterans to participate in the parade this summer. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us this morning. We'll also have the latest on Iran.
Yes.
They have agreed to at least a 2-week ceasefire there, so that is big news, good news there.
Yes.
And all the day's news coming up over the next hour. But first, a check of that forecast, and looking like a real nice stretch of weather is upon us.
We'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning with locations in Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln. Alrighty, here we go. We have a small craft advisory that will be expiring this morning, as we will be watching for wave heights that will be up and down throughout this time frame. But in the meantime, as we do check things out, the last of some snow flurries will be backing off, and it will be a very nice day with the clouds breaking up too, as we will be under a mostly sunny sky. You notice the last of the energy will be tracking off towards the east, so that will help to get the wave heights down as well. So again, a couple nice days today and tomorrow will be on the way. So here's Futurecast. This is nice, right? A mostly sunny sky on the way for us today, some clouds to the north, and a mostly clear sky on the way for us coming up later on tonight. Some winds reaching up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour today, maybe some gusts along the coast up to around 20 miles per hour later on this evening. But overall, looking rather calm tonight. The winds pick up tomorrow up to around 25 to 30 miles per hour. The hourly forecast moving forward, wall-to-wall sunshine today, temperatures reaching for the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa?
Looks like a great day ahead. Thank you very much, Devin. Well, first this morning, a Liberty man charged with murder in connection with a Palermo homicide appeared in court yesterday to enter a plea. 59-year-old Kirby Bradford pleaded not guilty in connection with a homicide in Palermo in April of last year. Police say they found the body of 56-year-old Robert Brusso outside the residence on Boots and Saddle Road when they went for a welfare check. In court, the state asked for a writing sample from Bradford to compare it to a handwritten note found in a workspace that Bradford once used.
Police found trash. In that trash was a written note that contained a relatively detailed, I don't want to overstate, but a relatively detailed diagram of the victim's property and a list of things that whoever wrote the note, a jury could reasonably infer was a list of either things to get or actions to accomplish, such as stun gun, bring him someplace out of sight, zip ties.
Well, the judge granted the request for a writing sample. Bradford was indicted on a second charge of possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. The judge decided not to have that charge tried at the same time, as it could potentially prejudice the jury. Bradford is now being held without bail pending his trial.
Former Maine gubernatorial candidate Elliot Cutler will be back in court this week for a hearing on a motion to amend his bail. Back in 2023, Cutler was convicted on 4 counts of possession of sexually explicit material of a child under 12. He spent less than a year behind bars. Since then, the 79-year-old has been accused of violating his probation more than once by allegedly accessing sexually explicit content online and possessing unmonitored devices. In February, he was incarcerated without bail for his 3rd alleged probation violation. Now, Cutler's attorney, Walter McKee, is asking a Hancock County judge to release his client on a reasonable bail given the non-criminal nature of the defendant's conduct. Cutler is scheduled to appear at the Hancock County Courthouse today at 1 p.m.
Waterville firefighters managed to save a home last night on Oak Street. They were called there around 7:15 after a mobile sauna caught fire near the residence. They managed to snuff out the flames in a short amount of time, leaving only minor damage to the siding on the nearby home. The cause of that fire is still under investigation.
Governor Janet Mills released a detailed policy platform that outlines how she plans to address several critical issues if elected to the U.S. Senate. Maine's Senate race is becoming one of the most closely watched races in the state. Our Grace Blanchard spoke with a political expert to break down the latest developments.
Expanding health care, child care, and capping prescription drug costs. Those are just a few issues that Governor Janet Mills touched on as she released a nearly 20-page policy platform for her U.S. Senate campaign. The platform builds on proposals she has already outlined, including fighting for universal health care and defending women's reproductive freedom.
To this point, the governor's campaign has really been one that's focused on, standing up, being the best candidate to stand up to Donald Trump.
Political expert Mark Brewer says he was not surprised by the governor's agenda. However, he noted that the release was earlier and more detailed than expected, something he attributes to her standing in the race.
By all the data that we have, she's trailing in that contested primary. So I think that's probably what's a little bit different than it would be if she were kind of cruising to this nomination.
According to Brewer, the battle between Mills and opponent Graham Plattner is one of the most closely followed in the state. He described some of Mills's latest moves, such as an attack ad against Plattner, as revealing potential vulnerability within the campaign.
Once things get, desperate for one side or the other, then that's, when the negative campaigning comes out. And the reason that campaigns go negative is that it works.
Brewer says based on her platform, Mills appears to be pushing more progressive stances to try to close the gap between her and Plattner, including changing her position on a millionaire's tax that she previously opposed. Also vying to go up against incumbent Senator Susan Collins is candidate David Costello. However, with fundraising efforts trailing, Brewer says his odds are not looking promising.
Not to disparage his campaign in any way, but the reality is this is a Plattner-Mills race.
A link to the governor's policy platform can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. The Mills campaign said in a release that she will continue to detail more proposals as she continues to campaign across the state. In studio, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, the Maine State Chamber of Commerce spoke out against the proposed supplemental budget, specifically a new tax proposal. The budget contains a proposal to place a special additional 2% tax on those earning $1 million each year or more. This includes both residents and businesses. The chamber gathered yesterday to say they think the new tax could actually cause an exodus from the state, and that would be bad for the state's economy. They also said the new tax could make it difficult for family members to transfer ownership of a family business or even just to retire.
We have a number of well-known employee-owned businesses, Chinbro, for example, that when they exit as an employee, they sell the share of the company. That is their retirement. So we're imposing a tax on those very businesses that are building the economy in Maine.
Woodcock says that this tax proposal should be stricken from the budget due to widespread skepticism, along with at least one other proposal to help create a bipartisan budget.
In other news, $65 million for rural infrastructure projects is headed to Maine. The money comes from the U.S. Department of Transportation's Competitive Highway Bridge Program. A statement says Maine is getting 16% of that money awarded nationally because of Susan Collins' leadership. It includes funding for 11 state-owned bridges in 7 different counties in central Maine, including Androscoggin, Franklin, Hancock, Penobscot, and many more. The statement says all 11 bridges are in poor condition, are over 50 years old, and have exceeded their original design life. The replacement bridges will be designed to last 75 years. More than $26 million has also been awarded to replace the bridge decks on 4 state-owned bridges along Interstate 95 in Penobscot County. 2 of the bridges are in Old Town and the other 2 are in Howland.
RSU 63 serves the towns of Clifton, Holden, and Eddington. Last night, their school board voted to close the Eddington Elementary School. As our Callie Warren explains, the closure is not immediate, and there's a long process ahead.
The emotions are across the board. Nobody wants to close the school.
With just 116 pre-K to first graders attending classes at the Eddington Elementary School and around 12 full-time teachers to instruct them, the RSU 63 school board is concerned that keeping classrooms open is costing taxpayers more in the long run.
Enrollment's down, funding's down, and our number one priority is the kids and their services and the resources. So, we have to keep the students in the forefront with the decisions that we make.
With the Eddington School needing building repairs and state funding being cut due to lower enrollment numbers, school board members say that the school staying open is creating a roughly $500,000 budget shortfall. They say a school closure would not affect educators' jobs, but the matter remains contentious among local taxpayers.
With the tax rate going up as a result of revaluation and everything else, we've got to do what we can to cut taxes.
There is no saving, no difference in students and special education because you have to have the same amount of staff, you have the same needs for the students.
The board voted Tuesday night to close the school 6-2, though a long process still remains.
The superintendent kind of puts a report together that then goes to the state. The state will then determine if the building is needed or not. And from there, it will go to a referendum between the three towns.
Callie Warren reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
You went to school there, didn't you?
I did, yes. Yeah, elementary school. Back then, though, it was the kids from Eddington and Clifton just went to Eddington, and then the Holden kids had their own school. But they've tried, over the years, they've had to kind of accommodate a little bit more for those lower enrollment numbers.
Yeah, it's a tough decision. A lot of schools in rural Maine are dealing with the same thing.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
wish them luck. Well, the time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a Stockton Springs artist has been creating paintings that celebrate the beauty of Maine.
We'll check that out coming up, but first another look at that forecast. A beautiful day ahead today, mostly sunny skies with highs near 44 degrees. Mostly clear tonight, with lows dropping down to the mid-20s. Tomorrow also a mostly sunny day, even a bit warmer with highs near 49. We'll be right back.
When the unexpected happens. Really? We'll get you running again. Uninterrupted. Together, we're United. United Ag and Turf, your local John Deere dealer.
From the heart of Maine, where rugged beauty meets timeless craftsmanship, Richard Henderson & Sons Masonry, taming the outdoors through groundwork, retaining walls and seawalls, building custom fireplaces that become the centerpiece of your home, crafting granite steps and patios that invite you outdoors, designing hardscapes that turn yards into living spaces, built to last, crafted for life. Richard Henderson & Sons Masonry, quality in every stone.
Step into a story that's funny, touching, and deeply human. Winterport Open Stage presents The Dining Room by A.R. Gurney. This unique production blends a series of scenes into a heartfelt look at family and tradition. Performances run May 1st, 2nd, 8th, and 9th at 7 p.m., with matinees May 3rd and 10th at 3 p.m. at Samuel Wagner Middle School in Winterport. For tickets, visit winterportopenstage.net or find Winterport Open Stage on Facebook.
The Greater Bangor 4th of July Committee is calling on veterans to help make this year's 250th 4th of July celebration one to remember. Veterans are invited to take part in the parade, walking side by side with their fellow service members, while community residents line the streets and show their support. Organizers say the goal is to make this year one of the biggest and most meaningful celebrations yet. Vice President of the committee, Jennifer Goddard, says this milestone this year is more than just a celebration. It's about recognizing and honoring the men and women who made it all possible.
We believe that, if it weren't for our veterans, we wouldn't be able to celebrate this huge milestone. So we really want to see a huge military representation, and especially those of our veterans, so we can appreciate them.
Organizers say the committee is working to finalize a flyover with a Black Hawk helicopter or two and other military aircraft. Later that evening, the committee says they're putting on what's expected to be the largest fireworks display here in the state of Maine. Veterans interested in taking part in this year's parade can sign up through the Bangor 4th of July Committee's website. We will also have a link to that on our website at foxbangor.com.
Meanwhile, a historic sculpture in Skowhegan is now under new ownership. A more than 60-foot-tall wooden sculpture of a Native American fisherman has been a local landmark for nearly 60 years. The Skowhegan Regional Chamber of Commerce confirmed it has reached an agreement with a new nonprofit group, Watching Point, which is taking over stewardship of that structure. Over the years, town officials say storm damage has taken a toll, making the structure a liability and potential safety hazard. According to the chamber, the nonprofit aims to preserve the sculpture to ensure it remains accessible for future generations.
A Stockton Springs artist with an eye for color and a love of nature is creating paintings of various shapes and sizes that all celebrate Maine's beauty. Our Jody Hersey has more.
Growing up in the city, Peter Walls isn't sure what first attracted him to art.
I grew up in rural New York State, and art was, I don't even know why I liked art personally. You know, we didn't have museums or galleries where we lived.
Despite his surroundings, Walls says he just knew he was born to paint.
I've been an artist since I was young. I think I was one of those, when I was like 6 or 7 years old that I would be doing this.
Walls, who now calls Stockton Springs home, started doing shaped paintings years ago to get through Maine's long winters.
I work on a lot of pieces at once. I'm working on about 15 or 16 that are all close to finished.
His art has been on display at the Zillman Museum in Bangor and now Blue Raven Gallery in Rockland. Walls is also a public art liaison for community groups like Bangor Beautiful and Waterfall Arts.
Public art takes a lot of coordination and work with a lot of different people, versus the studio work, which is just me alone painting. But it's good to have both, I feel, for myself.
Capturing Maine's scenic beauty, one painting at a time.
It's not an easy profession by any means, but every day is a joy to work on what I do.
In Stockton Springs, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Boy, I love his stuff. I like his use of color and everything.
There's some few noticeable landscapes of Maine in there too. So
I think he's pretty good.
Very much. The time now is 6:17. After the break, the clock is starting on a 2-week ceasefire with Iran. We'll bring you those details coming up.
Plus, hundreds of students gathered for the 47th annual Maine State Math Meet. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
When I was 29, I was diagnosed with cancer. And I think part of research and advocating for more money for cancer research allows survivors to have more time. Senator Collins supports and advocates for more funding for cancer research so that people can have better treatments, they can have better outcomes, and therefore they can live better lives as cancer survivors. Thank you, Senator Collins. Continue fighting for our families.
We are the Dillows. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
Fire, water, storm damage, and even mold. We take care of you from cleanup to construction 24/7. When disaster strikes, tell your insurance company you want Penobscot Cleaning Services.
Hundreds of students from across Maine gathered at the Augusta Civic Center for the 47th annual Maine State Math Meet.
But as our Alex Schley tells us, this year's competition wasn't just about crunching numbers, but also about honoring one of the key figures behind the meet's success.
Today's been pretty fun.
We focus on just having like a good time.
It's been really fun so far. I think the questions are challenging enough. They're just fun questions to solve.
That positive energy multiplied across the room Tuesday as the Maine State Math Meet brought nearly 900 students together, all trying to solve their way to the top.
There are 6 individual rounds, and we're going to have 2 relay rounds, which are kind of interesting, where the kids hand the answer to the person behind them, and then if they get the answer right at the very end, okay, they get some good points. And then otherwise there's a collaborative part where they all work on some particularly difficult problems together.
This is Mount Desert Island High School senior Alexander Donahue's second year competing. He says many of the questions challenge their understanding of the rules.
There's weird stuff that we don't usually learn in typical math that is sort of more niche and you wouldn't really encounter that much in the real world.
At the end of the day, the top performers are recognized.
We give out awards to top kids for the regular season and top teams for the regular season. Then at the end of the meet, we give out trophies for today.
Each of the individual regular season awards is named after people who have had a lasting impact on the organization.
We have a new bowl this year that the one it's named for, we don't believe knows it's coming.
Pete Peterson has spent nearly 4 decades with the Maine Association of Math Leagues. In that time, he's coached, written problems, and helped shape the next generation of educators.
Been involved with mammals since 1988, and to me it's the best experience I've had in my life as a teacher.
And now that experience built on his love for math and passion for teaching will be remembered long after he steps away. In Augusta, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Good for them.
Now, it has since been announced that Bangor's math team earned more points than any other team at this year's competition. That's good too.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. Yeah. The time now is 6:21. Let's get a full look at our forecast. Meteorologist Devin Biggs is in with the latest.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning with locations in Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln. Alrighty, here we go. We have a small craft advisory that will be expiring this morning with the system moving away from us, bringing the last of the precipitation out of the area too. So overall, a nice day will be on the way. The wave heights still at around 3 to 5 feet, but these will be going down as things will be calming down, looking farther away towards sea at around 3 to 6 feet. So overall, not looking too bad at this moment in time. But notice again the precipitation backing off. So again, this is looking rather nice. So again, if you're looking for reasons to get outside, you will have plenty of that moving forward as temperatures warm up as well. So again, looking across the Northeast, not looking too bad. A little bit of activity across parts of the Midwest, but either way, we're looking pretty good. Futurecast moving forward, this is a nice picture. Lots of sunshine today, some clouds to the north. We'll be under a mostly clear sky coming up later on tonight, and a lot of sunshine again as we head towards your Thursday. We'll watch for some cloud cover on the way as we head towards Thursday night and the parts of your Friday. But in the meantime, we could use some more precipitation, and later this week we'll get some more in here. Notice we have some drought in the picture, some moderate to severe drought in our neck of the woods. So again, we could use some more precipitation to help knock that drought down, especially as growing season is just around the corner. But again, we have a little bit of a breeze on the way up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This is the wind gusts that we'll be looking at for today. But notice a little bit of a gust along the coast later on this evening at around 15, maybe 20 miles per hour. The winds are calm later on tonight. The winds pick up to around 30 miles per hour later on. For today, mostly sunny, mid-40s for the high, and that north wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, mid-20s tonight, mostly clear. Look at that wind. It will be nice and calm. For tomorrow, upper 40s, mostly sunny, windy out there. South wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Partly cloudy for your Friday with highs in the low 60s with upper 40s for your Saturday. Morning rain chances and then becoming partly cloudy. Mostly sunny Sunday, highs in the upper 50s.
Give your home or business a clean slate.
From roofs to carpets, siding to storefronts, we clean it all, inside and out. Locally owned, fully insured, and committed to quality. No job too big or small. Message us on Facebook at Clean Slate Services 207 or call 207-631-0500 for a free estimate. Clean Slate Services. Your property renewed.
Brand name footwear for hardworking days and laid-back nights. We've got it. Miller's Workshop, Acme Road in Brewer, for brands that work.
You provide it all. There's no challenge you can't take on, because you've already taken on everything. You've gone above and beyond. It feels like you've brought them together. It feels like your home is taken care of. It feels like you're all at the top of your game. And with Fidium Fiber Internet, you are.
It feels like Fidium.
Hey! That ought to do it.
Who hurt you?
Whitney Levitt, Mark Ballas, they lit up the dance floor. And now this morning, they're together exclusively on Good Morning America, taking you behind the scenes of Chicago as they reunite on the Broadway stage. Whitney, Mark, igniting the morning, this morning on GMA.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
This morning, the White House declaring victory after President Trump announced a 2-week ceasefire, all subject on Iran agreeing to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Iran also declaring victory, saying it's the U.S. that accepted their proposal. The deal comes just before President Trump's deadline, in which he threatened to target critical infrastructure in the country and saying, quote, a whole civilization will die. ABC's Olivia Rubin with the latest on that.
This morning, the clock starting on a 2-week ceasefire announced by President Trump, a last-minute reversal on his threat to take the entire country out.
We have a 2-week reprieve, so to focus on the positive, that gives us an opportunity, the diplomats an opportunity, to try to take this a new direction, a direction that ends this conflict without a major escalation.
In a post on social media, Trump saying he will suspend the bombing if Iran agrees to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Iran declaring victory, saying its military will cease defense operations on the strait. It says for a period of 2 weeks, safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz will be possible via coordination with Iran's armed forces. It's not clear if that would be acceptable to Trump, who in a late-night social media post now says that the U.S., quote, will be helping with the traffic buildup in the Strait of Hormuz, but did not elaborate on how. He added, there will be lots of positive action, big money will be made. And questions still about Iran's enriched uranium. In an interview with AFP, Trump saying it will be, quote, perfectly taken care of, but did not specify how. The deal coming after President Trump posted this on social media, threatening a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. Some Democrats asking, what was it all for?
We now have set the region on fire. We have lost 13 American service members, hundreds of American service members wounded, thousands of people, innocent civilians throughout the region killed, prices going up, the American taxpayers paying $2 billion a day, and all for nothing.
The market's reacting well to this news after taking a brutal hit during the fighting, oil prices crashing overnight and stock futures jumping more than 100 points. Moving forward, Pakistan, a key mediator here, offering to host any talks. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
Well, meanwhile, the fate of the Hawaii doctor accused of trying to kill his wife is now in the hands of the jury. Deliberations are underway after prosecutors say Garrett Koenig attacked her during a hike and Koenig's attorney claiming Koenig acted in self-defense. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
Jurors are now deliberating after 3 weeks of testimony at the attempted murder trial of Hawaii doctor Gerhard Koenig.
The only thing that got him to stop was being caught red-handed.
Prosecutors say Koenig took his wife, Ariel, on a hike to celebrate her birthday with the sole intention of killing her to avoid a costly divorce. In closing arguments, prosecutors said Koenig chose the dangerous trail for a reason.
One push is all it would take on this trail. Nothing for her to grab onto. One push, and it's a tragic accident.
Prosecutors say when he failed to push her off a cliff, Koenig tried to inject her with a syringe before hitting her in the head with a rock.
The defendant swung this rock so hard that pieces of rock broke off into Ariel's scalp.
Koenig says his wife attacked him first after he confronted her about a relationship with her coworker. He claims he only hit her in self-defense, but prosecutors insist the evidence shows he hit her many times and with force.
He hit her again and again and again and again, and he only told you 2 times.
The defense accuses prosecutors of ignoring facts.
They're undeterred by the evidence. It doesn't matter what it shows. They're going to spin it in their favor.
His attorney pointing to a birthday card Koenig wrote to his wife the day of the hike, calling her the heart of the family.
You don't write a letter like this if you're planning to kill somebody 2 hours later.
Koenig faces life in prison if convicted. The jury could also consider lesser charges, such as assault. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Now to new images from the Artemis II mission to the moon, along with a fun reunion of sorts. Here's ABC's Hannah Battah.
As the Artemis II crew hurtles back to Earth, they're beaming back stunning images from the far side of the moon. This one called EarthSet, showing the Earth peeking out from behind the moon. And this one, a crystal clear photo of our galaxy, the Milky Way.
They're just absolutely stunning, and we really hope that they are inspiring truly everyone in the world.
But NASA admits the road to a lunar landing still features some hurdles.
I think we have a couple of problems that we still need to work out, but Orion has shown itself to be a very capable capsule for beyond Earth orbit space travel.
The crew took a break to snap this selfie and take a call from the crew on the space station, checking in from about 260 miles above Earth.
Integrity, this is the International Space Station.
And it was a cosmic reunion of sorts between Crew 12 Commander Jessica Meir and Artemis II mission specialist Christina Cook, who made history with an all-female spacewalk back in 2019.
And Jessica, I always hoped we would be in space again together, but I never thought it would be like this.
Christina, I'm so happy that we are back in space together, even if we are, a few miles apart.
Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
That has been so much fun to watch.
It has.
Yeah.
All those images are really pretty, too.
Yeah.
Well, coming up on the second half of the newscast, Ellsworth students have been designing flags for the city that raise awareness for Earth Day.
We'll tell you all about it coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
It's back, Bangor! The Greater Bangor Area Music Showcase returns with the fan favorite music off Broadway. Join Roger George and his talented musicians for an unforgettable show, all to support Rotary's work in our local community. Saturday, April 11th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, April 12th at 3 p.m. Getting your tickets is easy. Just scan the QR code on your screen. Bring your friends, bring your family, and enjoy a show that makes a difference. Don't miss it.
Family Feud asks, what were they thinking?
You had an open casket funeral. You noticed the deceased pants were unzipped. What you gonna do? Unzip pants. Funeral.
I would write a note.
You want him to read it?
Thinking about fun? Watch Family Feud.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC7.
When you combine a fast-paced word game,
4 of them make $1.
Hoarders, hosted by Leah Remini.
What is swing? Did you just say what is? Yes. You just realized you're not on Jeopardy. Okay.
You've got a recipe for fun.
I got a few dances, Leah. I like to do this guy here. At weddings, I kill it.
You do not kill nothing with that.
People Puzzler.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC7. You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2026, and this is also the International Day of Pink.
This special holiday promotes acceptance, equality, and taking a stand against bullying. It all started at a school in Nova Scotia after a freshman was bullied and threatened for wearing a pink shirt. This day encourages the education of youth not to repeat the mistakes of the past and to demand more from policymakers. Millions of people around the world take part in this effort.
I like the sound of that.
I do too.
Yeah. No time for bullying.
No, you have to advocate, against it, I suppose.
Yeah. We were just talking before we came on, there's some funny holidays today too.
There is.
It's also Massage Your Baby Day, among other things, and also Dog Farting Awareness Day.
That's a great one,
If
Craig.
you have a dog, you're probably aware that they stink.
And I think everyone can now understand why we went with International Day of Pink.
But I had to
instead.
bring it up. I had to
of
bring it up.
course.
So happy Dog Farting Awareness Day. All right, moving on to history now. It was on this day in 1864, the U.S. Senate voted to pass the 13th Amendment, abolishing slavery. The amendment was ratified and adopted the following year. In 1879, on this date, New York City started selling milk in glass bottles. Before that, people had to provide their own containers, and milk was served from large kegs. They used to have a cart that went around with those big old kegs, and they would basically ladle it out, and,
Interesting.
do your own thing.
Yeah.
And in 1911, an explosion at the Banner coal mine in Alabama claimed the lives of 128 men. The majority of them were convicts who were leased to the mining company from state prisons. It was one of the deadliest coal mining accidents in U.S. history, and a cause was never determined.
And in 1974, Hank Aaron of the Atlanta Braves hit his 715th home run, an accomplishment that broke Babe Ruth's legendary record. And in 1990, 18-year-old Ryan White died from pneumonia after contracting the AIDS virus from a blood transfusion. White was diagnosed in 1984 when he was 13 and was denied entry to his high school, launching a massive legal battle. He spent the rest of his life helping to educate the public and dispel widespread misconceptions about HIV and AIDS.
He was in the news a lot around that time, and it was when the AIDS epidemic was underway, and people just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I remember going to Belfast one time covering a meeting where they were worried you could get it from a toilet seat. And,
really?
They had to really educate the public about it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And in 1994, grunge icon Kurt Cobain was found dead from suicide in Seattle. And it was also on this day 2 years ago in 2024 when millions of people looked toward the heavens as a total solar eclipse darkened the skies across the United States.
Still can't believe it's been 2 years.
It doesn't
since
feel
that
like
big
2
event.
years.
So. All right, for birthdays today, they include Princess Buttercup. Robin Wright is 60 years old today. You remember her from?
Yes.
Okay. Actress Katie Sackhoff turns 46, and actor John Schneider from The Dukes of Hazzard is 66 years old today. Happy birthday to them and to you also, if your birthday is today.
Let's turn things right back over to meteorologist Evan Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning with locations in Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln. Alrighty, here we go. We have a small craft advisory that will be expiring this morning as we will be watching for wave heights that will be up and down throughout this time frame. But in the meantime, as we do check things out, the last saw some snow flurries flurries will be backing off, and it will be a very nice day with the clouds breaking up too, as we will be under a mostly sunny sky. You notice the last of the energy will be tracking off towards the east, so that will help to get the wave heights down as well. So again, a couple nice days today and tomorrow will be on the way. So here's Futurecast. This is nice, right? A mostly sunny sky on the way for us today, some clouds to the north, and a mostly clear sky on the way for us coming up later on tonight. Some winds reaching up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour today, maybe some gusts along the coast up to around 20 miles per hour later on this evening. But overall, looking rather calm tonight. The winds pick up tomorrow up to around 25 to 30 miles per hour. The hourly forecast moving forward, wall-to-wall sunshine today, temperatures reaching for the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood.
Here's ABC's Melissa Adon.
There comes a time when you have to take action, when you have to choose your own destiny.
Time to go back to Gilead. The Handmaid's Tale spin-off The Testaments premieres tonight on Hulu. It's based off Margaret Atwood's 2019 novel, which follows privileged girls nearing adulthood and takes place 5 years after the original Handmaid series. The new series explores themes of oppression and resistance.
There's a lot of topics and a lot of things that happen in The Handmaid's Tale that are unfortunately still happening to this day. And I think if people can watch our show and if any way feel emboldened to get off the couch and go out there and fight for their communities, fight for their neighbors unapologetically and with love and respect, I think that would be the ultimate gift for any of us.
Disney is the parent company of Hulu and ABC News. The Academy of Country Music Awards have added 3 more performers to their lineup. Casey Musgraves, Little Big Town, and Miranda Lambert will join a slate of previously announced performers. The ACM Awards will stream live on Prime Video May 17th.
Are we expecting people?
We have our first trailer for The Invite, the thriller directed by Olivia Wilde, who also stars in the film alongside Seth Rogen, Penelope Cruz, and Edward Norton. The Invite is set for a limited theatrical release beginning on June 26. And happy birthday to Patricia Arquette. The Academy Award-winning actress turns 58 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Adon, ABC News.
Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
Don't go away.
Davis Brothers Furniture is expanding. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest, and we are now proud to offer flooring for your home, featuring both carpeting and luxury vinyl flooring. We even have an installer in-house with over 30 years of experience. Come see the reason people have been traveling from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford for decades. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different, delivering statewide.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
People ask me all the time, are those commercials really true? Does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. We really have gotten millions of dollars for Mainers hurt by commercial vehicles. And the insurance companies know when you call the twos, we're going to fight for you. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Hurt by a big truck? Call the twos. We win for you.
ABC 7 and Fox 22's Jack Webb named Maine's Sportscaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association.
Welcome back in, folks. After a slow start to the season, the Maine baseball team is heating up. Our Max Sturm caught up with the Black Bears after their weekend series against Bryant.
You come to the park, you never know what kind of team you have. I do know that we have a team that shows up and wants to be on the field.
Just a few short weeks ago, the Maine baseball team returned home from play down south with a 3-19 record.
But now, in the thick of conference play, they hold a 5-4 America East record. The Black Bears' most recent matchup was with conference rival Bryant University, who they lost to in the first game, but rallied back on Friday and Saturday for 2 big wins.
We got back in the locker room and talked about how you can't lose a series in one game, and that really motivated everyone to just go out Friday and Saturday with everything we had.
Maine won Friday's game handedly 11-5, but in a much tighter game on Saturday, they trailed 1-0 until the 6th inning. That's when junior Nick Pepe hammered a ball over the fence for a grand slam.
2-1 count, I was just sitting on something in. Threw his hanging slider and just hit it out.
Plays like that are why the Black Bears say they are never out of any game.
It could be 5-0 in the last inning, and we're gonna fight. We're gonna scratch.
Late inning stress, early game stress, it doesn't matter. These guys are gonna go out and play the pitch for what its value is, which is always one pitch, and we're gonna keep moving forward as a club.
A major point of emphasis for the Black Bears after returning home was to improve their hitting, which graduate student Juju Stevens says has come a long way.
We got a lot of people swinging a hot stick now. Guys who weren't swinging hot stick now are swinging hot stick, so it's never like, oh, this person's got to go 4 for 4. Now it's like just passing the baton.
On deck for the Black Bears is a weekend trip down to Boston to play Northeastern and Merrimack. While many teams game plan for their opponents, Maine is focused on game planning for themselves.
It's always us versus us. So we need to this week's practice is us getting better. We're preparing for ourselves. We're preparing to get better at our strengths and close down some of our weaknesses.
If we're playing A+ baseball, our A+ baseball stacks up with anybody in the country.
Just fundamentals, just keep hitting the ball hard, just stay on it, that's it.
In Orono, Max Sturm, ABC7 and Fox 22 Sports.
Thank you for that, Maxwell. Folks, as of right now, the Red Sox are the worst team in the league, and I could stand here and tell you how much they've been struggling, how poor the defense is, how awful the pitching's been, or we could spice things up with a juicy storyline and just ignore that elephant in the room. I think that's what we'll do. Sparks were close to flying at Fenway on Monday night. As for the 24th time in his career, the Milwaukee Brewers hit former Cardinals, now Red Sox first baseman Wilson Contreras with a pitch. The 6th time that pitch has come from Brandon Woodruff. Funny enough, his brother William was behind the plate for the Brewers. Now Contreras didn't take a liking to it, obviously, and had a clear statement about where he stands if and when hit by pitch number 25 ever comes.
It's not just a hit by pitch. That's the 24th time that they hit me in my career, 24th. And that's the 6th time they hit me. And they always say, I'm not trying to hit you. That get old. So next time they hit me again, I'm going to take one of them out. That's what happened. That's a message. That's a message.
Well, let's see if HBP 25 did come on Tuesday night. Spoiler alert, it did not, because Brewers' Jacob Mizorowski struck out 6 of the first 9 batters he faced. But luckily, Garrett Crochet was on his stuff as well. 7 strikeouts for the Sox ace in the 6th with the bases loaded, tied 0-0. Trevor Story got it going for the Sox. He drives the ball into left field for a 2 RBI double, and then same inning. Bottom of the 6th, Durbin is going to look to add on to the Red Sox lead. It's going to be a sacrifice ground out to score a 3rd run for the Sox as those bats get going as they have been the past couple games. Then in the 9th, Brewers made it a 1-run game. Chapman gets Perkins to ground into a double play, and the Red Sox win their 3rd game of the season. They're back at it on Wednesday, 1:35. Well, the Celtics and Bruins also in action on Tuesday night. Bruins held the top wildcard spot going into Tuesday, but are yet to clinch a playoff berth. They took Carolina to overtime to secure a point, but ultimately fell 6-5. As for the Celtics, they took on the Charlotte Hornets on Tuesday night, winning 113-102. They've got just 3 games remaining of regular season action before the playoffs. For now, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer.
Need a safe and caring place for your loved one during the day? At the Merchant Center Adult Day program, we provide a supportive environment where adults can enjoy companionship, engaging activities, and personalized care in a setting that feels like home. Our experienced staff is committed to meeting each person's unique needs while promoting independence, dignity, and overall well-being. Families can feel confident knowing their loved ones are in compassionate, capable hands.
Need a driveway paved or an entire road surfaced? Give Eaton Paving and Excavation a call. Eaton Paving offers a full line of excavation packages, from new home projects to new and replacement septics and driveways. We also install new shoreland and do shoreland repairs. Our operators have more than 75 years combined experience, and we have been delivering quality, professional service for nearly 3 decades. We strive to exceed your expectations. Give us a call today at 207-348-5630 or visit us at eatonpaving.com.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're heading through Ellsworth, you might notice some colorful new additions. Students at the middle school and the high school have been working with the city to design and paint unique flags centered on Earth Day themes of sustainability and environmental conservation. The flags have been installed by the city's ground maintenance team. They will be flying throughout the city during the month of April. Students say they learned a lot about the importance of taking care of your community.
That would make us happy, and it's really cool for us to see the flags up.
Yeah, to see our own artwork hanging above the sky so all of Ellsworth can see it.
Well, after flying through Earth Day and the month of April, the flags will be taken down on May 1st to make way for the traditional American flags for the city's Memorial Day observance.
I love them. They look great.
I know, they do.
Yeah.
That's a fun little project.
Yeah.
Well, now here's meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning with locations in Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln. Alrighty, here we go. We have a small craft advisory that will be expiring this morning with the system moving away from us, bringing the last of the precipitation out of the area too. So overall, a nice day will be on the way. The wave heights still at around 3 to 5 feet, but these will be going down as things will be calming down, looking farther away towards sea at around 3 to 6 feet. So overall, not looking too bad at this moment in time. But notice again the precipitation backing off. So again, this is looking rather nice. So again, if you're looking for reasons to get outside, you will have plenty of that moving forward as temperatures warm up as well. So again, looking across the Northeast, not looking too bad. A little bit of activity across parts of the Midwest, but either way, we're looking pretty good. Futurecast moving forward, this is a nice picture. Lots of sunshine today, some clouds to the north. We'll be under a mostly clear sky coming up later on tonight, and a lot of sunshine again as we head towards your Thursday. We'll watch for some cloud cover on the way as we head towards Thursday night and the parts of your Friday. But in the meantime, we could use some more precipitation, and later this week we'll get some more in here. Notice we have some drought in the picture, some moderate to severe drought in our neck of the woods. So again, we could use some more precipitation to help knock that drought down, especially as growing season is just around the corner. But again, we have a little bit of a breeze on the way up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This is the wind gusts that we'll be looking at for today. But notice a little bit of a gust along the coast later on this evening at around 15, maybe 20 miles per hour. The winds are calm later on tonight. The winds pick up to around 30 miles per hour later on. For today, mostly sunny, mid-40s for the high, and that north wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, mid-20s tonight, mostly clear. Look at that wind. It will be nice and calm. For tomorrow, upper 40s, mostly sunny, windy out there. South wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Partly cloudy for your Friday with highs in the low 60s with upper 40s for your Saturday. Morning rain chances and then becoming partly cloudy. Mostly sunny Sunday, highs in the upper 50s.
Pat's Pizza in Holden is not just a restaurant that serves delicious food and pizza. They also have an adjacent party and event room. Consider having your birthday or office party at Pat's Pizza. They have a pro shop and a beautiful 9-hole golf course opening in the spring. Pat's Pizza Holden.
When you work in disaster services, the phone rings at all hours. Penobscot Cleaning, can I help you? People appreciate hearing a real voice on the other end. Since 1976, that personal touch has set us apart. When disaster strikes, you just want your life back to normal. You want a reputable company, someone you can trust. We take care of things and give you peace of mind. I'm Jason Sear, owner of Penobscot Cleaning Services. 24/7, we're here for you.
When I had first left for college, I was super excited to start pursuing my dreams, and I had met so many amazing people my freshman year. Yeah, some days were really hard, balancing work life and classes, but most of them, they were the best of my life, because I had something not everyone gets. A dad inspiring me every step of the way, and I'm so happy to graduate beside you.
Is that a compression nut?
Oh!
We got a duct taper.
It's time for the fun part. Podcasts aren't for information, they're for hot takes.
Mr. C thinks we should keep things school focused.
Well, I'm his boss, so overruled. No need to give me topics, I'll just go. Cheating is not a crime. Ava.
On people or on tests?
Both.
An integral part of American car culture celebrates its 100th birthday this year. Route 66 has officially been around for a century. The 2,400-mile route stretches from Chicago to the Santa Monica Pier near Los Angeles. And the route traces paths once used by Native Americans and early pioneers as well. While Route 66 is known for its roadside diners, neon lights, and a slice of Americana, it also comes with historical hardship. The route has served as an escape route in the 1930s, a supply line during World War II, and has also represented mobility and freedom.
It is the American experience made manifest, the great American road trip.
The 100th anniversary is expected to bring more road trippers to that historic route as
I'd love
well.
to go there someday and drive it.
Yeah, get your kicks on Route
I know.
66.
It sounds like a fun time. Well, Utah Mammoth fans are going to have quite the icebreaker. On Tuesday, the team revealed a new design for its Zamboni.
Oh, I love it.
A mammoth-themed ice resurfacing machine that they are calling the Zamoth. The team owner, Ryan Smith, posted photos of the new design on social media. The Zamoth uses the same Zamboni that was used in the 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympics. On the outside of the machine, the team put together a sleek mammoth design, tusks and all. Up to 8 fans can ride the machine at one time, and it will run pre-game and between intermissions at the Delta Center.
I love it. It looks great, too.
8 people. That must be quite the seating on there.
Looks like they're having a little party on board there.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe the Black Bears can do something like that.
That would be fun.
Alfont.
Yeah, good idea. Well, that's all the time that we have left for this hour, but you can join us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22.
Thanks for being there, everyone. We hope you have a great day.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts.
Many times. Tired of being customer 45978? Yeah, we would be too. Speed means fast uploads, no lag, and zero buffering. But it also means calling you back, showing up on time, and treating you like a person, not a problem. So whether you're working, streaming, gaming, or all three, it is time to make the switch to a provider that actually tries. Go NetSpeed. Service isn't dead. It just moved local.
My name is Rebecca Babrot, and I'm studying my master's in social work at the University of Maine. After high school, I went to college in upstate New York, but then got involved with life and family, so I had a college education but no degree. When I first thought about going back to school, it seemed really intimidating. One of the great things about an online program is that you can combine studying as part of your day. I'm actually studying right now. It's such a great feeling to have made myself important in the process and to continue my education.
Hank's Husqvarna is your trusted full-line Husqvarna dealer, offering you everything you need for your outdoor projects. From high-performance lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers to chainsaws, trimmers, battery-powered and powerful snowblowers, we have just what you need. Every piece of equipment is fully set up, serviced, and ready for use by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or new equipment sales, make your way to Hank's Husqvarna in Carmel or Newport.
I know that you're sitting right in front of me, but can I say hi to Douglas?
Obviously.
Hey, gorgeous. Hi, Douglas.
Douglas is making this interview super fun. When I rescued him, he was 8 weeks old.
I'm being licked right now.
Dougie's really the star.
Where does the dog go after the show?
My house.
Weekdays at 11 on Fox 22.
Good Morning Maine on WFVX, Fox 22. From the Great North Woods to the Rockmount Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Governor Janet Mills released a policy outline for her U.S. Senate campaign. We'll hear from her coming up.
Plus, the RSU 63 school board voted last night to close Eddington Elementary School. We'll bring you that story coming up as well.
And the Greater Bangor 4th of July Committee is looking for more veterans to participate in this summer's parade.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us this morning. We'll have those stories and more coming up, including the latest on Iran, which has agreed to at least a 2-week ceasefire. So that's very promising news there. But first, a check of the forecast. May want to take it easy this morning. We had a little precipitation overnight, so the roads look like they might be a little glazed over. I didn't have any problem this morning.
I didn't either, but there was definitely some ice on my car.